What's up, guys? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Just got out of meetings all day today and all evening last night, hence why the attire has been a little bit different in the last couple videos. Nothing better than having a nice dram after long meetings. Today we're doing a Japanese single malt called Nikka. I was lucky to get this in a trade as a throw-in. I wasn't expecting it, and the person I usually trade with was kind enough to offer this up to me in addition to the Balvenie 21-year-old when I made the trade with them at the time. This is a much smaller version of what is being sold in the United States, Europe, and Asia. For whatever reason, Ontario doesn't have Nikka bottlings just yet. We might be getting them, who knows. We have other types of Japanese whiskey, not this one in particular. I've done some research on this because most of this bottle, as you can see, is written in Japanese. So very little can be determined from the bottle. From the color, it looks like it's no added color. It's pretty pale. It's a 10-year-old. They could trick you by adding some color, not making it too dark in order to make it represent a 10-year-old a little bit better, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say they didn't add color to this. I do feel, however, that they chill filtered it. Nikka bottles from two different distilleries. One, and forgive me for my Japanese pronunciation, it's not going to be very good. Miyajikyo is one distillery and Yochi is the other distillery. They both sell single malts bottled by Nikka. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Maybe Nikka owns both of the distilleries. I don't have too much information on it, but as I was doing my research, that's what I discovered. Like I said earlier, this is a 10-year-old. It's bottled at 45%, which is the money number for me. I like 45%. This goes for about £61 in the UK, the 750ml bottle, which would translate to about $122 Canadian. Actually, I was looking online and I noticed a few American sites had it for about $80 to $87 American. In my opinion, that's pretty expensive for a 10-year-old. But it is pretty good whiskey. So, on the nose, you get very, very mild, very, very light smell of peat and smoke. So, the barley has been dried using peat moss. Okay, so essentially any whiskey that tastes peaty, it's because the barley is dried with peat moss. The whiskeys that are not dried with peat moss won't get that strong, rubbery type smell. Okay, that earthy, rubbery type smell. I did the Glengoyne 18-year-old yesterday. This is air dried with hot air. Okay, it's not dried with peat moss. So a lot of Scottish distilleries use peat moss to dry their barley as well. I guess the Japanese like that and they decide to do that as well. So it's fruity. You get a lot of orange and apple, some pear. There's some floral notes in there too. Okay, on the palate. This is a really tasty whiskey. Okay, it's a light peaty note on the finish. As soon as it enters, it's sweet. It's fruity. You get orange. You get Get some pear. It has a after smell of like cherry blossom. And then you get that smokiness, which is a very pleasant smokiness and a very pleasant peatiness from that peat. You would not be able to tell that this is a 10-year-old Japanese whiskey. A 10-year-old whiskey. Very, very tasty. I'm going to give this a B+. It's a very good mark. If they ever sold it in Ontario, if Ontario ever gets it, I will buy myself a bottle. It's good stuff. It would be nice to have on the shelf. If you like this video, please follow, like, and subscribe. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Cheers, guys.